Hey, it's this giant bunny thing right now. Okay, that's a glitch. So right now you can kill the bunny by, and I have to change a little bit of that. Right now you can kill the bunny by just consistently, you know, just shooting it, right? And then you get XP, but that's not it. You still have to you have to collect all these gems, right? And then once you collect all these gems, then you can actually end that level, which is good. Though I want to add two separate things. First off, if we go here, you can see that we have these. Now, it might not appear as of right now, but we actually have. I'm gonna just make this really big. We actually have carrots, right? And these carrots are really, really cool. Okay, I'm just keeping this in the game. So we have carrots, right? And the carrots are they're just projectiles, legitimately. That's all they really are. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Oh, this is better. No lyrics, no anything. Pretty smooth. So, what essentially is occurring is that the boss bunny is gonna shoot carrots. Yeah. I don't know why I decided that, but that's what I decided. And while I'm on this whatever, I know I'm being very sporadic, but I just want to be like on top of things, I guess. So while we're on here, I might as well make the menu page just to look a lot nicer. And the way I'll do that is just, you know, I'll add a bunch of random sprites that I think look really cool or whatever, right? It's very, not necessarily the coolest thing. Well, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty cool. But I think a lot of it's cool. So we can have this carrot here, right? Copy this. Instead, we can load it. We can have our little. Let's see. Can have a tree. Trees are pretty nice, right? Can have a tree that sticks out here. Well, not like that, but. This is like top art skills right here. Like this is next level. This is like next gen graphics, guys. Next gen graphics. This tree from the future. It's from the future, guys. There we go. And gals, because you know, it is awesome, right? I'm just gonna have this tree stick out like this. That's good. Okay. I should add clouds to the game. I just realized that. Yeah, I should. I should add a lot of things to the game. I think I'll have like a little thing eventually where I just get all my feedback, but sprites that. squirrels. Squirrels. Where's squirrel? Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here. If you're a new guy, welcome. If you're an old one, also welcome back. Anyway, so we'll have this little guy here, because why not? Then we'll copy this, and then we'll put him here. And I don't know if, I'm not sure if we'll flip him. Okay, we'll keep him where he is. And instead of a squirrel, we're gonna just add a little bunny. And my art style is kind of weird. People can get used to it. Cause, yeah, anyway. We'll add the little bunny here, and the bunny is, he's a very nice fella. Very nice fella indeed. And then I think the most important part of the menu is obviously the I don't know, level select, I guess. Not the level select. The title for the game. I should put that thing. And it's very nice and big. And if it's not readable, I'll just have to add a different font, but I think so far, very, very interesting title screen. I think it has a lot of flavor to it, you know? I could also, I could add something else, but I think so far it works. And then you start the game, you have this, right? Control, setup, next level. You got your little Flappy Bird. He's not a Flappy Bird necessarily, but he's there. Oh shoot, I missed that guy. Okay, so you get these weapons, and you can use the weapons to kill these guys. Combat system mechanic collisions are right now. I should definitely work on improving that. It should be a lot more, probably a lot more streamlined. And I think there's definitely better ways of doing this right now. This animation is like this, right? And the collision box is constantly changing really fast. Though instead it should be really just in like one general area, you know, it hits, it doesn't hit, you'll know. Because this animation moves so fast, right? It moves so fast that, I mean, you can approximate. I think the greatest thing is that by approximating, you're able to save time, but you're also able to add a way smoother game development, or no, just gameplay experience. Because like, if a person's not able to move through the game they're not able to move through it fluidly, and they're not able to understand what's the next step, then they're just gonna get stuck. and when they get stuck, that's when they lose motivation, and then they just stop playing the game, right? And you want to add new game mechanics at a fairly comfortable pace. I might also just be speaking like nonsense right now, but like there's a lot of importance to it. I think some of it should be a little bit more intuitive. Like you can talk to these little animal guides. These guides will tell you what you can do and whatever, and you go down but there's also an intuitive part to it where like the main key element in my game, or one of the things that is supposed to be one of the key elements, is this scarf, and this scarf actually notifies you of specific events that occur, and it just helps you progress through the game, I guess. And it's just, and I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Sonic in this. Like, okay, well, kinda. I'm taking inspiration from a multitude of games. My art style is very simplistic at best. It's mostly because I'm not the most creative person. Currently, I do wish to become a lot more creative. I do think that some of the game mechanics are fairly interesting when you combine them together with other things. Though it does what it needs to do, and I think that's I'm gonna say for the moment it's pretty good. There is definitely a progression. You learn as you go, I think. Now I do need to get a couple people to test run the game, because there's definitely things that I might be doing that for just some biases of playing my game I don't know how many times, right? Especially this bunny thing, right? This bunny's probably way too small. Because what's this bunny do? This bunny's trying to shoot at you, right? And it's the difficulty. There's different ways to gauge the difficulty of it, though. It's a lot of trial and error, though. So, well, that's a lot of talking. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna code out this carrot projectile. I'm also gonna do, after I do the coding out for that pixel projectile, I'm gonna make so the way that, there's gonna be two ways to defeat the bunny, or the evil bunny. You're gonna have the good route, and then you're gonna have the bad route. The good route is you're gonna actually be able to give the bunny a golden carrot. The evil bunny can turn into a regular bunny, right? So what happens is that it's in place of the big, giant, scary bunny, it eats the golden carrot and it reverts back into the regular, happy, bouncy little bunny. That's the good route. The bad route is that you kill the bunny with a weapon and the bunny dies, and that's it. No whatever. But the thing is if you try taking the good route, right, you actually, I think what's going to happen, or what I think I might do, is just, it's going to reveal information about the game. Reveal, like, the lore. The lore is, I don't have it fully thought out, but there's going to be, like, a starting village, right? Like in Ocarina of Time, for example. You're starting the village, stuff happens. You run into this trigger point, stuff goes to hell, right? Legitimately, sorry, word choice. Okay. Something happens, meteor strikes, I don't know, evil lava monsters, something, or monsters from every world except for from your village, they come and invade your village, right? And what you have to do is you have to complete these levels, you have to go and collect all these gems and all these coins and all these things, right? To essentially the hero's journey. You're starting in a point of confusion, and you're trying to become the person, or become the player who is able to, through their new experiences and the other stuff, just, I don't know, the purge out the evil, I guess. Evil is a very subjective thing. That's why I'm trying to add it where there's alternative paths. Like, I feel like if there's a story element to it, like right now it's very level based, right? There has to, from level to level, right? From level to level, there should be a point where what you did in a previous level does affect what's happening in the current level, right? But you can't have a cascading effect. Like, if, say I have save files or something, right? I can't have someone, like, do farming and farm the same level, I don't know. Well, it's a potential thing I can do. I don't know. I can implement a bunch of things. I can add them to the game. I could not add them to the game, right? Really, it just depends, honestly. And, I don't know. It's fun, right? So, this blue color is really weird for testing. For now, I'll keep it as is, I guess. It's just really weird, but it's fine. And I'm sorry if I'm like looking to the right a lot. It's because my recording thing is set up there, and I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed with my viewer count right now, and I shouldn't, but okay. So we're gonna create it's a carrot, right? So it's to do area 2D. We're gonna call it, I don't know, carrot projectile. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to find really good music, but no. And I don't know, I'm sorry if this is like not, if it seems forced or whatever. Right now, if I'm working on something like this, usually I'll be very, I don't know, like my speech facilitating module is like disabled, since I'm trying to focus a lot of my cognitive, I don't know, I'm trying to say it in a very technical manner because that's the only way I can think of how to say it, but for this, I feel like talking about it probably yields a different perspective to it. So, and I don't know. I'm experimenting, and I think experimenting is I enjoy it. I enjoy some of it. Though the music on this playlist I'm using, I wish I had a different playlist, but it's fine. Okay. And if these projectiles are too big, it's fine. I can just shrink them later, I think. Anyway, how have your guys' day been, I guess? I don't know. To like my one person who's viewing, I guess. Because like I'm slowly dying on the inside, or not. You never know. Pretty good. Slept all day. Somewhat lurking though. How about yours? Um, I did so I always set up a plan for myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do, I don't know, I'm gonna do 4 hours of coding. That did not happen today. I woke up, I had a meeting, business meeting. I went to the city park. I went to a different park. I went and I recently got into longboarding. And with longboarding, I don't know, it's just really fun. But it's really exhausting because I'm new to it. And then I finally got home and it was like 5. I watched like 2 movies and now it's 10 p.m. and I'm really like energetic because I was like, wait, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. So also I watched like some YouTube videos and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I think I figured out a way to kind of be a little bit less boring. I'm not sure. I don't know if I still sound a little boring. I'm trying to be a lot more, I'm trying to put a lot more energy into my live stream, I guess. I'm experimenting essentially, really, with how I converse, with how I record. Okay. No, that's not it. This sprite should be the same. Yeah. Okay, this sprite's fine. You're doing pretty good for just starting out. Thanks, man. I mean, I'm not very comfortable, like, putting my face through, not comfortable talking while I'm working, if that it's not work. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this game. Yeah. Well, that's cool, though. So, I decided, so, like, one of the things I think that makes it, or at least makes a development experience much more enjoyable for me is when I just do a lot of random things. So the random thing I'm doing with this game is I'm making it where you're fighting evil bunnies. And these bunnies shoot carrots. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm adding this carrot projectile, basically. And I'm just messing with the collision box right now. And yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I do want to be able to explain it as I go, because there's this, like, let's see. This is a projectile. Okay. I do want to be able to explain it as I go, because there's, when you do a tech interview process or whatever, they want you to explain what you're writing or whatever on the board as you're doing it, which is really seems incredibly scary to me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe to someone else it's not as scary, but being a person who's still in high school, the idea of having to talk while I don't know, the idea of talking while writing something on the board. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, but maybe I can, it's fine, I guess, for now. So, I already coded out a projectile. Let's see. So with this, there's currently 2 types of projectiles right now. We have player projectiles and enemy projectiles. This is an enemy projectile. Specifically, I'm going to make sure that people know it's a bunny projectile. Okay, I'm editing that. Bunny projectile. And because I had a script that I used previously for projectiles, but it was okay. So I had a script that came before this one for the play projectile. I'm trying to find that right now. Let's see. I'm guessing it would be a weapon behavior. Alright, so we had player bullet, right? I'll load this one for now. But what I can do with this is I can actually like edit the scripts on a node by node basis. So this is a if you look here, you see how this is empty, right? That means that this is a script specifically or special, right? Special to this specific item, I guess. But with that in mind, it does get a little bit difficult to handle or manage some scripts, because you might have a default script, but then you'll have sometimes you'll have some varied scripts, more or less. So I'm saving this as a separate script because I know that I'm going to forget if I just have it as a script with no name on it. Right? And this, there we go. So now we have this specific script. And more or less, it should work its intended purpose. Now, it expects that's an animated sprite, which is not. I can do a lot of hodgepodge to make it think that way. And for now, yes. Yes, okay. So, and it takes in two parameters for when you're shooting this projectile. It says, okay, what's the direction, what's the velocity? That's simple enough. And there's a damage factor, a knockback factor, and it's looking for an animated sprite. This is not an animated sprite, though it does have a flip H property, which doesn't really do much except for the fact that it's not centered properly. Which is probably a huge issue now that I think about it. This should probably be centered properly. Let's see. Another issue I've been having, really, and I'm just talking to you guys about it, is that seems like it's so hard to like live stream the development or game development. Like, you can play games on here perfectly easy, right? You know, though when it comes to, because like there's actually some pretty popular guys and gals who actually stream game development, and they have a fairly large following. I don't know how they were able to grow so well. I really don't, and that's what I'm trying to learn that as in the process. But so with this, I can actually probably rotate the sprite, I think. Like, let's see. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, okay. So if I make this approximately 90 degrees, right? Then I think the flipping, is this it? Okay, so flipping works more or less. So we can do negative 9 degrees, so by default, no, that's not it. Okay, this is flipped? Yes, it is. So we can make it where it starts off like this, going to the right. Position-wise is correct. So I have to do a little bit of a potential offset because of how I created this sprite. I think it's more of having project people just much because one of the few. Okay, I see what you mean. It's a good for you for good. Well, no, thank you for pointing that out. I have usually 2 chunks of time set aside for development of this. One of those chunks of time that's set aside is actually, yeah. Anyway, well, I think your opinion is fairly valid. though usually I have two that's fairly centered. Okay, I get two chunks of time where that is set aside for me. Well, one is set aside for myself. The other one is set aside by my high school. So my high school has this program currently where essentially if you know how to build stuff or you have the passion to build stuff that goes outside of the high school curriculum, they have this I guess it would be a vocational program that allows you to pursue just what you're interested in. And it's great because instead of sitting in a classroom, I can just sit around and do this for like 2 hours, which to some people might appear like a waste of time. But I mean, I think that video games is a medium of art, not just a medium of art, but a tool to help influence people and just show things to people that might not be seen just through a simple photograph or sculpture. I think because it's a piece of interactive media, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like game development and games in general combine. A game is not simply just a game. There's more to it than that. There's every small piece of it like adds to it where it's like smaller. It's like a collection of artistic pieces. Like I don't know. Like this pixel. It's not pixel. This chiptune music I'm listening to. It's a piece of art. But many like retro style games, that's like the background of the game. I can't make chiptune music. I wish I could, but like, still, like it's all part of it. Really, I feel. Okay, so I have to center this sprite. Not necessarily. Do I have to center it? Could I just move it? No. I can move the sprite like here. Stop moving. Okay. Like perfect sweet spot. That's a perfect sweet spot. There's a little bit of area issue there, but it works. It's fine. And so, here we have the carrot. Let's say, yeah, the main goal is just pushing through the look as well as show the community you want to do these things, like, because then they learn. Dude, you are wise. You are wise. Like, I'm not just saying that to be nice or like to like. That is like some pretty good pieces of wisdom. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to check out your Twitch channel and see how I have to not pigeonhole myself and not like tunnel vision myself, and I have to see I gotta see how you do it too, because I could take some inspirations and stuff from that, but like, yeah, okay, but yeah, definitely what you're saying is really. Damn it. It's definitely very useful and stuff I will eventually learn from a lot of frustration, but I think I will be able to surpass that. Or I will put in the time. Because there's always something that has happened to me which I was doing terrible at. Oh, but I'm always here. So what made it where you decided to stop streaming? Whoa, 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 what? No way! It's like I'm finding cheat codes accidentally. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen, but I found, like, a cheat code. Okay. This is gonna save me, like, so much time. Okay. This was a rigid body, right? Okay. Boom. Perfect. Okay. Can't blah. Cannot get overlapping body. Oh my gosh. Ah. I can't. Okay. I know exactly how to mitigate this. No, but like, it sounds like you were like growing. So what like happened that made it where you just had to stop? Like, I'm just curious. Oh, I see now. Okay. So I have to get two of these set up. And I gotta set up area and make this a hitbox. Okay, let's try that. Hey, it's falling. So, if that's falling, right? Yeah, that sucks. I always like, so my, yeah, I do hear a lot about, I'm, that in your, I guess it was in college, or something, that in senior year you have a senior project or something. In the program I'm in, or the vocational school I'm in, we do have something of that sort where we do have projects. Funnily enough, this is one of the projects, so I try to pull as much value as I can from these things. But I do, whoa, I do fear for the day when I have to work, I don't know, yeah, like 40 hours a week. Sorry, microphone. The microphone's fine. I do fear for the day when, or the time in my life when I have a full time like developer job. I'm guessing, maybe, hopefully, and and like I have to work just so much where it just like I'll lose my. I really hope that I don't lose my enthusiasm for technology and stuff, because like even now it's like it sounds like a really crazy thing for me to say, but like there are definitely moments when I was like, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool. I have to get less socially awkward. That's the one of the almost, it seems impossible, but I know I can do that too. One of my teachers said that when he was my age, he was actually more socially he was actually more introverted than I was. I really find that hard to believe. I feel like just knowing myself, I feel like I'm a very introverted person. And like one of the reasons I'm doing this live streaming thing is to just get better at it. But at the end of the day, like I'm still kind of just talking to, I'm like, I'm being very philosophical, but I'm just like, I, I know that there's a person behind that computer screen, and I know that the person who's sending those messages is a real person, but it's like there's a level of dissociation, but I feel like it does help. It makes me feel, I feel like it's just, it makes me learn. I feel like I'm learning every single time I do this and I put myself out there. So this projectile falls, whatever, does it should do what it's supposed to do. Now if we go back to the, so I know we've been staring at this projectile for like legitimately, what is this? Okay, we've been staring at this projectile for like legitimately probably the past like 30 minutes, but we're gonna actually get to the fun part. So we're gonna drop this projectile into the actual, what's it called? We're gonna drop it into the boss level. I just have to find where my boss level was. So, here it is. I don't know how this guy handles it. I can check how he handles it. Okay, he gets really angry. Well, this boss gets angry when he gets hit by a bullet. If it's called a bullet. I don't think it has anything to do with if it's, if I call it, I don't know, enemy. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to drop a random projectile into there, and we're going to see how it interacts with the environment. This is not it. That's not it. And I feel like another thing that's helping out a lot is like I'm trying to be, I don't know, I'm trying to render myself a little bit vulnerable. Like, I'm putting this out there. I'm also going to be uploading it to my YouTube channel. And I'm just kind of being honest with what's going on, really. Like obviously I'm not revealing too personal information, but like I'm trying to have like a little level of, I don't know, trust and like faith that people are not mean, I guess. I don't know if that's the best, I don't know, thing to put into, like, I don't know. I feel like it makes me feel, I think that's what confidence might be, is just having that faith for some things. So here's our carrot. Here it is. And the carrot's dead. Okay, let's put the carrot here. The carrot disappeared. Okay, so what we want the carrot to do is that when the carrot hits the player, it actually damages the player, right? Right? And it doesn't really do anything yet. Though, if we look here, blah, 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 blah. Right now, it's, hey, is this in the group of enemy, right? Right now, it isn't. So we can do a different thing, right? Say, hey, if is this in the group of, is this in the, and what did we call it? We called it the enemy projectile, right? So we go back to here. All right, see you in a bit, man. So we have enemy projectile, and I can catch you up to speed when you come back. So when the guy gets hit by enemy projectile, we have to make sure that, because we have like a little bit of okay, we have a little bit of a what you call it? We have like a, I have to add like the little flashing mechanism in a bit. When the player's hit, then we have cooldown factor. So our little player doesn't get like, I don't know, bombarded. Okay. And this projectile, does it have an enemy? Well, it has a knockback factor. I guess you could consider that whatever. Okay. So, if the, yeah, we can do this. And then we could just do this for now. And then instead of enemy, we're gonna do bullet. No. Okay. Instead of enemy, we're gonna do bullet. And for dir, when the dir is where's it getting the dir? Where's it getting the dir? Dir. I think I know what it's doing. Okay. So this direction is the player direction, which I should probably better whatever do for. And this is the knockback factor instead of the enemy knockback, which is completely fine. This is going to be a bit weird if it's just the bullet falling. Though I think it makes sense. So this happens, we're going off of the bullet. And this takes the damage of this, but we can do instead, which is way cooler. We can do attack.damage. And what this really means in the grand scheme of things is that if we have different types of bullets, like modified bullets, because we can modify the damage, you can have supercharged carrots, whatever. It could kill the player in one hit. It could kill him, do a lot of things, I think. It could, I don't know. Let's see what happens first. That was very interesting. Okay, let's see what happened. Something happens. It kind of did what it was supposed to do. Okay. Great. Let's take this. I'm gonna edit some of the parameters. No. I'm gonna edit some of the parameters. I'm gonna change the attacker. No, I'm gonna make it when it comes into existence. It's gonna attack to the right at a velocity of 300 pixels per second, I believe it is. Let's see. That's, whoa, okay. Very counterintuitive. That knockback is deadly. Very indeed. That knockback factor should be like 200. Let's see now. Okay, it's manageable, but not strong enough. How about this? Okay, great. Though that's in the wrong direction. Hello to everybody. How's your day going? I'm just building this 2D platformer game. It has some... I'm adding a little bit of parkour aspects to it. The first final boss is a bunny. It's magnificent. Not gonna lie. Anyway. So, knockback factor of 400 seems like the reasonable amount. Biggest issue right now, this direction thing should be from the carrot projectile, which is what we're using currently. And I'm running out of breath, slowly. Okay, so from the carrot projectile, we have attack direction, which is what we're going to be using for that. We're going to see if that makes a difference. No, that does not. Let's switch this around. Okay, that works. So if it's attacked from there, good. Now, if we switch this around and we flip it around, right? So I'm going to reload this to the actual coding. Not the coding, but the actual script associated with this. Okay. Nope. There we go. And now I'm going to edit that script. So, because knockback factor of that, marginal. We're going to make this little bunny. gonna make this little bunny go, this little carrot go to the left and see how that goes. And if all's good and well, no, that was a little bit too fast to see. No. Okay. So if all is good and well, it should change direction and hit our player, and boom, we got hit by the carrot. And we can have as many mutated whatever carrots as we want, but for now, it works. And the thing is, this bunny, here's our little bunny. This bunny should really be able to shoot carrots at any angle, I think. Like, we don't want him, like, for now we have it where, I mean, well, okay, we can actually, you know what? It's janky. It's really janky, but it could work. So, I'm gonna zoom in on this guy for a bit. So, you see how big this rabbit is, right? Now, I'm not a really good artist, so it's gonna be very janky, and let's just say, how about this? I'm just being lazy, okay? Instead of having him where he shoots at multiple angles, right? Instead, we can have him where he shoots at different heights, right? So he could be shooting here, he can be shooting there, he can be shooting there, or we can have it where he shoots at multiple velocities, right? So if I go back to, okay, my computer's freezing a little bit. If we go back to the scripts, right, we see how we shoot with, and then we change the linear velocity, right? Instead, we can do is we can have it take, or the shoot takes in two parameters. Instead of just velocity x, it also takes in the velocity y. Now, and with that said, we can also have it where it takes in a rotational amount, right? But that's going to require some trigonometry. I really don't feel like doing that right now, specifically because it's like 10:36, and I might as well start with everything really janky. Janky still equals fun, though. It could be really janky, though. I think I look at the model of iterative improvements. As long as all the broken parts doesn't really affect the complete, like if having something janky doesn't make the whole game more janky, then it's fine. Like because I can just, instead I can have it where it knows what it's targeting, right? And it just changes the angle to target that thing. I can do a lot of advanced trigonometry and stuff. But two things. I'm spending a lot of time just, trying to actually explain this. And then another thing is I just want to have fun with it. And a great way to have fun with it is just making it do something at the very least, right? At the very least, I want him to shoot something. That's at the very least what I want him to do. So we're gonna delete this for now. All right. We're gonna look at another enemy and see. I'm optimizing. Okay. What? No enemy shoots anything. That's bad. Okay. We're gonna look at the player prefab. And a prefab is it's just a template, right? Right now we have one player. Okay. So for when it shoots stuff, I think it shoots stuff there. It shoots stuff at a specific position, here or here, right? If we go back to the script for this one, let's look at how he shoots. Shoot. Shit, I need to... Before I, like, completely collapse. Okay. So. How does... How do we shoot stuff? Because I forgot, and I'm going to remember. I will remember. If it's a weapon, no, if it's a gun, right? If it's right, we have a weapon holder. Okay, we don't need to think about that. Ah, the gun. The gun is the part that works. Okay, so when whatever was shooting whatever, we had a weapon. So where's that weapon? Here it is. Okay. So here's the script for that. So we load in our projectile, right? We have a shooting timer. So we have a shoot timer, shooting duration, whatever, right? And then we have attacking time. I don't know why there's two things. I guess it's just some timing thing. So when we're shooting one direction, we flip the sprite. When we're shooting another direction, we flip the sprite. And then when we're able to shoot another projectile, we end the timer, blah, blah, blah. So what we do, we instance it, we add it to the world, we spawn it in, we set this position to that position, then we make a couple modifications, either here or here, then we shoot it, we set it where you can't shoot anymore. We set the shoot timer to 0, so you have to wait a bit. Gotta wait. Right? Okay. I think that makes sense. My throat is being very coarse right now, and I think we figured this out. We're going to look at this. We're going to apply this to our little friend. Well, he's a little bit big. We're going to apply it to our bunny here. Where's a bunny? Bunny, 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 bunny. There's a bunny. We're going to apply it to this bunny, whose script is the... Did he not get his own little script? Did our bunny not get his own little... Okay, we're gonna give our little bunny here. Because, oof. This bunny doesn't move or anything. We're gonna give this bunny his own little script. The first thing, this bunny is magnificent. He needs his own little script. We're gonna give him special customizations. No. Enemy behavior, yes? Okay. It's a bunny boss. What are you... I think I forgot something. I think something got messed up. I'm gonna probably write down what I just said in this notebook so I don't forget. Where are you, bunny? Okay, so, hey, bunny, bunny, bunny. Why do you have a different... Do you get a different script? No. Is this a different... Okay. Okay, so we're here. No, we're here. We're looking at our... Is this our bunny? What are we looking at? No. We're looking at here. Okay, that's great. So I'm gonna grab, so I'm drinking... I'm not gonna spill this. I'm drinking coffee, not coffee. I'm drinking tea. Programmers don't have to drink coffee. I drink tea. So I'm gonna Okay. I'm gonna go on a 5-minute intermission to go on a quest to retrieve the green tea. Uh, I will return. Talk amongst yourselves. Introduce each other. Feel free to post questions in the chat, and I will make sure to answer them once I get back after the intermission. I have returned. I have 2 items. This piece of chocolate, and then I have this coffee. I think it's that. I think it's not okay. It's not coffee. It's not coffee. Okay. I'm going to consume this chocolate. It's a very delicate process. You see, my ancestors from the old lands consumed chocolate to gain spiritual wisdom. When I was communicating with my previous ancestors of one generation past, they told me very specifically, don't eat chocolate. I'm not allergic to chocolate, so I eat chocolate. That was my poor attempt at making a joke. It was very convoluted. So what did we say? We said... Let me check my notes. We said... Wow. Today's Friday. Oh. So we said... I should get a secondary camera for this, but... We need to spawn the projectile. Right? We need to have a shooting timer. we have to have, at first we're going to have it where you can only shoot in the right direction. Randomized direction. Alright. We also probably want to randomize the shooting duration, or the shooting cooldown. Cooldown. We want to, once we spawn it, if it's in the right direction or left direction, we want to alter the global position. And then we want to I don't know, we want to shoot the thing, right? Okay. And with what we have right now, it should work out perfectly fine. So we just have to set up the coding. Well, let me save the whatever code I have set up. Well, I want to push this code because I might be lazy tomorrow, and all that intricate stuff that I won't do on live stream. If I ever do a piece of development that I'm not going to do on live stream, there's either going to be two things. Because my goal for this year, even though now it's, what is it? It's March? No, it's going to be April. Today's Saturday. No, today, today's Friday. My goal for this year, even though it's March, almost April. Optimization, have fun while working. Like, absorb the energy to motivate myself to put out tremendous work, even if my mind's like, hey, Michael. My name's Michael, by the way. Nice to meet you guys. Hey, Michael, you should sleep in bed for 4 hours. I mean, I don't know what I just said. I'm gonna try to just feel better, feel awesome, just do more stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling. Okay. Here's our bunny. Let's see. So we need to set a proportion for what? You need to have a projectile, prefab, right? And for this one, if you look, we're gonna pull a lot of code. We're gonna pull a lot of code from here. And essentially, it's not a copy and paste operation. It's a let's modify a good portion of this, right? And we're gonna call the projectile instead. We're gonna call it a carrot. And we're calling it a carrot because it's a carrot. Yeah. Now we're gonna have a couple timers, and as you can see, like I have to. This is all open source, so you can take a look at the source code if you want. I have to add a lot of comments so it looks a lot more organized. The organization is pretty much excuse my language, but it's complete shit. It's just complete shit right now. So we're gonna just we're gonna add the necessary components to I don't know, actually be able to have our little bunny. He's a big bunny actually. Our bunny shoot at our player, you know, and then I'll add some rudimentary AI or something. But for now, we want it to do one thing, and we want it to be able to do it good. Or good enough. Or good. Good. We want him to be good at it. So, I'm gonna take some silence for a moment just to. I'll explain when I do a portion, right? So, because this is like it's just some trivial, not true. Well, it's a lot of copy and paste. So at first our bunny can't shoot, right? Because he has to take the time to cool down, right? We also want to have a shooting direction. We also want to have a shooting speed. For now, I'm going to have this at 400. And we're gonna have the shoot direction to be right, and then we can experiment with it later. All of this code that I currently, or all these they call these variables, I believe, yes. So all these values that I just set up should basically be this. These are gonna be things that change that should basically be good for the shooting part of it. Okay. So if can shoot is equal to false, right? And the the shoot timer is less than the shoot cooldown, then we can say, okay, we want to take the shoot timer and add delta to it. Delta is the difference from frame to frame, so that's the time elapsed, which we can use to, I don't know, measure time, right? So I do know, sadly, but so if we shoot the shoot timer and the delta, what this means is that this is counting up, right? Counting up in milliseconds, right? Something like that. Updates counts the time as time passes. If wrong timer. If okay. If can shoot is still equal to false, but the shoot timer is greater than or equal to the shoot cooldown, right? That means can shoot is equal to true. Good, right? And then it's gonna stop doing that, right? So if it can shoot then what we should do is shoot stuff. It should be this stuff right here. So I'm gonna copy this. Okay. Copy this, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna change some of it. what is this? This is shoot direction, right? So this should shoot carrots now, or he should carrot. Cannot set index on base. Okay. And we're talking about the bunny. Then. Alright. Simple fix. Alright. So now it should be able to shoot carrots, or he should be able to shoot carrots. Because let's have our bunny be a he for now. Are you shooting? Well, we just invented a suicidal rabbit in my video game. That was really sad. That was actually really sad to watch my bunny. That bunny was honestly, he was my creation that I just watched kill himself because of my error. It's I don't know. It's just so it was just so painful to watch. Okay. Next time we're gonna program him not to die. We're gonna make him. He's gonna survive. He's gonna survive. We're gonna make him survive.
Throwback to the 90s.
Why? Why did he decide to die? No, he didn't even decide to die. He just died, right? I don't understand, really. It was so, why? I don't understand. How did my bunny, I know I'm ruminating on this, but like, how did he die? Really? Oh my gosh. I guess we're gonna. It's a bigger bunny. This bunny's collision matrix is good. That's probably why his collisions are not the right proportions. It is not correct at all. This bunny needs different. This is his hitbox, right? His hitbox should not be this big. That's better. Except for that one time when someone's like, hey, by the way, you have a really bad bunny. No, this bunny will survive. He will not die. Okay. Okay. Alright, he will die later, not now. Oh my gosh. I think I found the issue. He is killing himself. the little bunny, he is killing himself. He decided, he thought that bullets were carrots. Bullets are not carrots. Bullets are bullets. If you think a bullet's a carrot, look really closely, because a bullet is not a carrot. This is a public service announcement. Don't think that you can't eat bullets. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I gotta make this bunny smarter before he kills himself way too many times. Dude, bunny. And he's an evil bunny. He should be like an evil genius. Bullets are not carrots. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. So that's still occurring, but for different reasons, I believe. And he should be attacking of the right direction. Okay. Is he actually attacking? Yes. Is there a shoot? Okay. I see. This should be a shoot direction. That should work. Now, I think. Well, okay, it's shooting in the right direction. Alright, so, instead, what's the true issue is of the shooting mechanisms. The carrot offset, right? So, and don't worry, I will be pulling in the music shortly. Also, if you guys have any music suggestions, please, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys post it in the chat, because I don't really have, I think that my taste in music is very limited, you know, so you guys might have listened to some music that I have not listened to at all. Oh, he's shooting the he is shooting carrots. He's actually shooting carrots. Oh, no. That's so useful. Why did I say that? That is so cool. Alright. So this So we want it to be where this is, what is this? It says dur. The dur. The direction of the shooting shall change over time. But we definitely want to change the shoot cooldown. And we also want to make sure, why do I do that? Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Why am I... What's going on? Why am I getting... What's happening to time and space? I don't... What? Um, uh, I don't really understand. I don't. Is it where it's being spawned for this small moment in time? Maybe if I do this. Like, I don't know, perhaps that'll fix something? No? Because that looks really crazy. To have it where, I don't know, a phantom? It's legitimate. Flip V with value of bool. Okay, so there's a bit of an issue there. I don't see why. Maybe it's because the character just doesn't exist yet or something. Let's see. Stop. Well, there's no more phantom anymore. That phantom was really scary. Okay, there we go. Blah. And also, the cape has the ability to allow the player to glide, so it's useful in some aspects. Okay, so okay, this works. Good. So we can say that the bunny can. Alright. And then we can change. We can change the shoot direction to left. Let's see how that works. Rest in peace. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna let myself get killed by this. Cool. Alright. So now, we're gonna add a piece of random part, we're gonna add a randomness part to it, or aspect. So, our range, I don't. Int. I'll just do random range from 0 to 1.0. 0.0f to 1.0f. I guess I can't use f. It's gonna just assume, right? So, and if that, and this is a random, this is a value, right? So if this is this shooter should be left, and if else, right? Should be right. And I'll calculate it every single time. And so 50-50 changes direction. I can do a lot of tweaking. I just really have to make it where this is how it works for now. I also probably want to change the, let's see, where is it? Okay, so we have this caret offset whatever. Let's do, is it, I guess it would be y, yeah. So we have that caret offset, but we also want to have a caret y range, and we'll have that, let's say that's 100 for now, right? So at first, I don't know, 25, right? I'm trying to get it to the base of this ginormous, right? This ginormous, I'm just messing around, this large bunny. Okay, so that should be, instead, should be, let's see that, see how that goes. Wait, I keep clicking on the wrong buttons. So let's do, instead let's do 50 here. So this would be, bullet, no. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Caret Y range. So here we are, and it's at the bottom like that, right? And then we want it to randomize its values, so it can either be that, or, so that's positive, or it can be negative, and if it's negative, it's going to be on the upper bound. And it's going to be shooting up. It's going to be shooting up there, right? So, but it's starting at the lower bound, right? So if you add just half, then, you know, so we can have, there we go. And we can have this within this range, right? And that's the multiplier. And then here, do a new caret. Okay. So then we can take it like this. We can do the caret wide, the y range, times this random y position. And we can do that essentially just here, right? We should end up with the scenario where it's a randomized y thing, y position thing, and it's just, I mean, right now it's randomized, but starting randomly is this first step, right? Because we can fine tune it later. Right now it's going from this range. It's going continuously from this range, from 0 to 1, right? But then we can cut it into subsections. We can say here, 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 right? Yes. And we can do that right now, actually. How about, I'm trying to think. We did a randomized direction. We did a shoot timer. We did a spawn projectile. We had we altered the global position. We shot the projectile. We could randomize the cooldown, but that would be a little bit weird for now. And I want to fine tune that later, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. I think if we have it where it's like those 3 positions, right? And then we have it where instead, I'm going to just draw it out for a second. I'm really bad at drawing, by the way. So okay, so you can okay. So here's the player, right? And then here is the boss, and then here is the star. Here's the stars, right? So we can have it where the player has to do 2 things, and this can be the lower bound. Like there can be a platform below him here, or there can be a platform here. And so what happens, or what can happen, is we can do it where you have to like avoid, jump, duck under these 3 projectiles, whatever. Though, and that's the thing, we take this constraint that we just created out of the blue. This is just a fairly simple constraint. Take this constraint, and we can design the level entirely around the constraint of this one specific aspect of the level. The level builds, some parts of the level it builds on top of one another. So this is what we'll do today, for tonight. Because it's almost, in my time zone, it's almost midnight. So that's what we're going to do. Last thing. Take this continuous value from 0 to 1, divide it up to 3, so 1 divided by 3 is 1/3, right? So 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Divide it up so that's those three things. And yeah, so we'll do that, and then after that, when we know when we know it's that, I think we're gonna be done for the day, and I will be. So right now I'm currently on spring break, so I'm going to be trying to attempt to live stream as much as possible, as often as possible for the next 2 days. So the weekend, definitely you guys probably going to have a lot more free time over the weekend, I'm guessing, if you guys ever want to take, I don't know, an hour or two to watch. But, and then I go back to school, and then the stream schedule is probably going to be like 5-6 p.m. Central Time on Mondays, Fridays, and Sundays or something like that. So I'll figure it out before I go back to that. But so I'm gonna do that thing. If you guys really enjoy this, be sure to subscribe. Like, I would greatly appreciate it. So, because like, I mean, I'm trying to be, I don't know, trying to be the best I can be, trying to catch all the Pokemon. So, because all the Pokemon are out there, and I've only captured 0 Pokemon. I don't know. I have to calculate this for a moment. So, and this is just, okay, so the way this works is that if it's less than 1/3, it's 0. If it's greater than 1/3, and it's less than 2/3, then it's 1/2. And if it's greater than 2/3, n is less than 1, let's do this. Right? If, yeah. So greater than 1/3 or less than or equal to 1. That's, okay. This, right? Yes, okay. Because the middle one has to do that. So, less than 1/3, blah, blah, blah. Less, or greater than or equal to 1/3, less than or equal to 1/3 divided by 2. Then it's 1/2. And then the final one is 1. So, and the reason why it's like that is because if we want to have it equally divided between 3 areas, right? You only really have to you only have two. You have you have a negative space. This is actual. Okay, from here to here is invisible space. You have a negative space. You have 2 areas of equal negative space in one dimension, right? So that's why you have. So it's 2 areas. So 2 areas divided by 1. 2 areas, one giant area divided by 2 equal areas is 1/2, right? So that's why it's 0, 1/2, 1. 0% of the area, 50% of the area, 100% of the area. So if all this has been done correctly, well, let's give it a shot, right? And there we go. He's shooting in, and I mean, the middle area is a little bit iffy, but he's shooting in 3 distinctly different positions on the Y plane. So, I think for now that wraps it up. Since I'm still kind of awake and I don't know what time I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I'm very energized. I drink a lot of tea, by the way. 2 things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube channel. I'm just gonna do, while my mind is still fresh, even though I'm really kind of tired right now, I'm gonna alter my Twitch channel so it's a lot more informative. I'm gonna link it to my YouTube. I'm gonna alter my YouTube a bit. I'm gonna upload this video. I'm gonna just mess around with that. I'm also gonna probably write a blog post either tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll update you guys all on that. Also, I have a website. I'll post all that. Just, I guess, look back tomorrow and you'll see what's up, basically. If you guys were watching all the way through almost the entire live stream today, thank you so much. I know that I don't know what time it is in your time zone. From my time zone, it's pretty late. But like, putting aside, I don't know, for you guys to like, I don't know, spend like 30 minutes, 10 minutes, like 1 hour just watching me, like I find that, for me, I find that hard to believe. Like, and I don't know. I think it's fun. I think whatever I'm building, whatever game I'm making, even if it's not the most polished game or whatever, right? I still think that, like, I enjoy it. That's like the first thing that has to happen. The person who's making it, I'm making it, has to enjoy it. Then other people have to also enjoy it. Because ultimately I'm building it for myself first, and then other people. And there's always that level of bias, but it is what it is. So, thank you guys for so much. Thanks for so much for swinging by, even if you were just lurking. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. I don't know, maybe. All right, see you.